From 600 to 200 BC, the northern coast of what we now call Algeria was drawn into the vast and powerful orbit of Carthage. This wasn't just a simple trade relationship, it was a complex web of commerce, military alliance, and ultimately, control. The sun-scorched shores of North Africa became a vital part of Carthage's sprawling network. A testament to the Punic city's ambition to dominate the western Mediterranean. Imagine the scene: Carthaginian ships, masterpieces of ancient naval engineering, docking at newly established ports. These weren't just friendly visits. They were the physical manifestation of a growing empire. Cities that would later become famous, like Hippo Regius, present-day Annaba, Rusicade, now Skikda, and Iol, which would become Churchill, were either founded by the Phoenicians or absorbed into their sphere of influence. These coastal settlements weren't just dots on a map, they were crucial nodes in a system designed to funnel resources back to the heart of the Carthaginian Empire. What did Carthage want from this land? The answer is simple: everything it needed to fuel its growth and its wars. The fertile lands of northern Algeria produced vast quantities of grain, a staple commodity that fed Carthage's burgeoning population and its armies. This was the breadbasket that sustained the city-state's power. But it wasn't just about food. The region was also rich in other resources. Silver, timber, and other raw materials were extracted and shipped across the sea, contributing to the immense wealth of the Punic elite. This flow of resources was the lifeblood of Carthage's commercial dominance. But this relationship was far from one-sided, and it wasn't always peaceful. The indigenous people of the region, the ancestors of the modern Berbers, known to the ancient world as Libyans and later Numidians, had a complex and often fraught relationship with the newcomers. For many, the arrival of the Carthaginians brought opportunity. Local chieftains and communities engaged in trade, exchanging their goods for the sophisticated manufactured products of Carthage, like fine textiles, pottery, and metalwork. This interaction led to a significant cultural exchange. Punic language, religion, and customs began to permeate the coastal areas, blending with local traditions to create a unique Afro-Phoenician culture. However, where trade and diplomacy failed, military might prevailed. Carthage's influence was backed by a formidable army. While its navy controlled the seas, its land forces, famously supplemented by Numidian cavalry and war elephants, secured its territories and protected its commercial interests. The relationship between Carthage and the local Numidian kingdoms was a delicate dance of alliance and rivalry. At times, they were staunch allies, with Numidian horsemen forming the elite cavalry wing of the Carthaginian army, feared throughout the Mediterranean. These warriors were instrumental in many of Carthage's victories, including those against the Greeks in Sicily and later, the Romans. But these alliances were often fragile, built on shifting loyalties and personal interests. The Numidian kingdoms, divided into the Massiliae in the east and the Massicili in the west, were powerful entities in their own right. Their leaders, like Syphax of the Massicili and Massinissa of the Massiliae, were shrewd political operators who often played Carthage and its emerging rival, Rome, against each other to further their own ambitions. The internal politics of Numidia had a direct and profound impact on Carthage's security and its ability to project power in North Africa. The Punic Wars, the series of epic conflicts between Carthage and Rome, brought this dynamic into sharp focus. Northern Algeria became a critical theater of war. Hannibal Barca, Carthage's most brilliant general, relied heavily on Numidian cavalry during his legendary invasion of Italy. Their speed and skill gave him a crucial advantage in battles like Cannae. But the shifting allegiances of the Numidian kings would also prove to be Carthage's undoing. When Massinissa, feeling betrayed by Carthage, switched his allegiance to Rome, he provided the Roman general Scipio Africanus with the cavalry superiority needed to finally defeat Hannibal at the Battle of Zama in 202 BC. This battle marked the beginning of the end for Carthaginian influence in the region. Although the city of Carthage itself would survive for another half a century, its network in North Africa was shattered. The era of Punic dominance was over, and a new power, Rome, was on the rise. Yet, the legacy of those 400 years of Carthaginian presence endured. The Punic language continued to be spoken, and cultural and religious practices persisted long after the empire had fallen. The cities Carthage built and the trade routes it established laid the groundwork for the Roman province that would follow. The story of Carthaginian Algeria is a tale of empire, trade, and cultural fusion. It's a story of a powerful city-state reaching across the sea, forever changing the land and the people it touched, and in turn, being changed by them, leaving behind a legacy etched into the very soil of North Africa. Thank you for watching. If you found this journey into the past interesting, please like this video and subscribe for more stories from history. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.